back inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Brought down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On second down now, it's Cook. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Now Minshew. He finds Corey Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, first down Packers.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 47 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Minshew quickly completing it out wide. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Minshew sets to throw. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
A dump off to Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up second.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Ezekiel Elliott.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Jaguars.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Jaguars nothing.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Number 87.
Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Off play action, it's Minshew. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by the rookie from Bama, Trayvon Diggs. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second down.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now this time Murray to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Duggar in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
And out.
Tucker's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Out of the gun is Minshew. That'll be complete to Cook. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Packers.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. The second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Murray now on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun again to Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Shotgun now from Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. At their own 37-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That one complete to Stephon Sullivan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
The tackle made by Harold.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Murray with a third and long. He sets to fire deep. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And running with power here. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 42-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Cook, the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still deliver.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Keelan Cole, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
His kick.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ties the game at 10. Harrison Butler set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 at a 2nd and 11. Murray now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down again. A.J. Epinesa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready? 18, Gator. Let's go,
Minshew throwing on third down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says.
1st and 10.
He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Yardage on this one, back to the 13. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
About About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Handoff comes to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Terrell Burgess on the
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Just like that. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Switch up. Switch up. Check. Fresno. Recon. 132 fighter. Shit.
On 2nd down, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
on the carry.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
55. Come on, guys. 55. Hey, 61. Matchbox lights.
He'll drop to throw. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Go now. 8, read. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike, check. 59. He don't know no better. Switch. Bam. Let go. 25. Check 25. Let go.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Packers 17, Jaguars 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Murray. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Murray to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Justin Tucker.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Minshew. Looking deep for Julio. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time through the air. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Green Bay, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.